In Chapter 5 of Wuthering Heights, Mr. Earnshaw has taken ill and now sleeps by the fire in the sitting area of Wuthering Heights. Irritable and hard to deal with, everyone in the household tries not to bother him. Mr. Earnshaw's anger is most stirred when anyone tries to impose upon or domineer over Heathcliff, his clear favorite. Ellen, Joseph, and Cathy obey Mr. Earnshaw's wishes, and this treatment is likely rich nourishment to Heathcliff's pride and terrible temper. But Hindley continues to scorn Heathcliff, which invokes his father's rage. Soon, Hindley leaves for college. Wuthering Heights becomes more peaceful in his absence, but Joseph stirs new discord. Constantly sermonizing, he is relentless in worrying Mr. Earnshaw about his soul's concerns. He encourages Mr. Earnshaw to disapprove of Hindley, Heathcliff, and Cathy in order to gain more influence for himself over the master of the estate. But Mrs. Dean also describes Cathy during this time as driving everyone crazy, explaining that Cathy, despite having a sweet smile and kind glint in her eye, was always singing, laughing, and plaguing anybody who would not do the same. The stricter the ailing Mr. Earnshaw became as he nears death, the more Cathy delights in provoking him, and her favorite way to bother her father comes through showing him how Heathcliff does all of her bidding, while he only does Mr. Earnshaw's bidding when it suited his own inclination. Earnshaw rejects Cathy harshly, telling his daughter, "I cannot love thee. Thou art worse than thy brother." When Mr. Earnshaw dies, Cathy, Ellen, and Heathcliff sob and wail together. Ellen fetches the doctor, and when she returns, she peeps through Cathy and Heathcliff's door and sees that they are calm and don't need her to console them. In Chapter 5, the theme of pride versus humility develops as readers see the emotional distance between the servants and upper-class characters in the novel. Joseph turns Mr. Earnshaw against Cathy. Heathcliff's pride increases because he is Mr. Earnshaw's favorite, as Ellen's place in the house diminishes. In fact, Ellen is sent to fetch the doctor, which excludes her from finding comfort when she returns, even though she's just as upset about Mr. Earnshaw's death as Cathy and Heathcliff. This shift in status, and the characters' differing responses to it, will influence their actions later in the novel. Like Heathcliff, Cathy's character is full of contradictions, and she also suffers deep rejection. Her father tells her he cannot love her, which calcifies her spirit, but she still kisses his hand and sings to him as he lays dying. Cathy's father's last words to her are, "Why canst thou not always be a good lass, Cathy?" In response, she laughs and asks why he cannot always be a good man.